There's a mystery afoot, so grab the Scooby snacks and let's get to work. A pool at a Quality Inn has been mysteriously turning green 12 separate times. This isn't how God intended. This is not natural. They suspect this is intentional sabotage at this particular Quality Inn, but when authorities check the surveillance camera footage, they find no evidence of any culprits going to the scene of the crime or anything like that. How is that possible? Are they being attacked by an invisible man? Is this a situation out of The Happening where the plants are fighting back and they're responsible for the pool turning green 12 times? What's the motive? And most importantly, who really is behind it? It's very clear that there is a supervillain loose here, and only I'm qualified to crack this case and get to the bottom of it. When it comes to mysteries, I'm like L from Death Note. I figured out what happened to D.B. Cooper. I even solved the mystery of who shit in my pants when I went to Halloween Horror Nights in middle school. There's nothing I can't solve given enough time. But luckily in this case I didn't need to. In fact, the authorities pieced the puzzle together and it is so fucking wacky I can't wait to share it with you.
Cops pull up to a shocking sight. A pool where the water has turned neon green.
What in the world? What is that?
Sandra Woolston, the co-owner of this Quality Inn and Suites in New Jersey, was baffled when her motel pool mysteriously turned from clear water to this.
The voiceover for this one makes it sound like an old infomercial. Turn from clear water to this! Ew! But luckily with OxyClean, we got it right back to a clear blue. I don't know why he's, exaggerating all of the statements in this manner, with his intonation, but it's really enjoyable. It makes it, even more gripping, in my opinion. But anyway, that's the story in a nutshell. This Quality Inn, for some reason, keeps having their pool turn green. And the only way to fix that is for them to keep draining the pool, which is extremely expensive.
I watched it turn green in front of my eyes.
Somebody is sabotaging my pool. My pool is yellow as my guests can't go inside the pool.
I broke down. I didn't know what to do because with all these kids waiting to use the pool, but they couldn't go in.
The pool had to be drained and refilled with clean water. 2 days later,
the vandalist is back again. Our pool is green as a grass.
It happened a total of 12 times.
So either this place is cursed where they've built it on top of a Hulk burial ground and he's getting his revenge by turning the pool green with gamma radiation, or there really is a practical jokester that's really taken a liking to turning this pool green for some reason. That's all the information we have to work with so far. There are some more clues we'll get to in a moment, but let's start to piece together potential narratives together as a thought experiment. Perhaps whoever is responsible for sabotaging this is a previous guest at the Quality Inn who recently had a negative experience with that pool. Now, if I was on scene during this investigation with my monocle, magnifying glass, and pipe that I was smoking, the first thing I would ask would be if I could have access to the guest registry over the last couple of weeks, and if there'd been any reports of complaints from the guests about the pool. Assuming, of course, the Quality Inn keeps records on their complaints, it would give me a narrower list of suspects that I could focus on. I'd then set up an interview with each name on that list, and I'd do a little game of good cop, bad cop, where I'd be the bad cop and the good cop would come in with a soda from McDonald's. I'd invite them to drink the soda. When they take a sip, I would then inform them that what they just consumed was truth serum, which means they could no longer lie. Then I'd finally finish it off with the brain buster, the most important question: did you do it? And then I'd gauge their response from there.
This is every damn day, man! Look at the pool!
That's neon yellow color.
It was just, and the entire pool was engulfed.
What was turning the pool green? Here was the first clue. An object she found at the bottom of the pool.
I'll be honest, that object looks like some kind of extraterrestrial being. If you put a picture of that object on the r/alien subreddit, they would gobble that shit up as true evidence of an alien brainstem or something. That would give me no clues here. I'd start really thinking paranormal about this. Oh, maybe there's not a person behind this. Maybe it's a cryptid or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. That looks disgusting. Whatever that is. It must be whatever turns the pool green. Some kind of dissolvable mesh or some shit maybe that, distributes the green dye to the rest of the pool. But yeah, that shit is yucky.
But when police reviewed the motel surveillance video, they found nothing suspicious. Here's Stephen Fabian.
So how did the pool turn green? Well, cops say the culprit used a drone like this to hover over his target before releasing a concentrated packet of dye.
The dye is actually a life-saving device used for ocean rescues.
When they broke the magician's code and revealed how this was most likely done, it blew my tiny little brain. I realized at that moment I would never cut it as a detective trying to piece together a complicated case. That whole idea never even crossed my noodle as a possibility. That the reason someone didn't show up on surveillance camera yet the pool still turned green was because it was transported via drone outside of the security camera's, field of view. That would have never been something I thought of. That is actually so devious. It's admittedly a pretty clever plan here, because then the actual person responsible for it is a long distance away from the scene of the crime, so there's not a ton of breadcrumbs to follow. This is one of those galaxy brain maneuvers that you see fictional villains do in media. But somehow, the cops did catch him. So I'm not only impressed by the method they used here in order to distribute the green dye to the pool, but also the fact that they got caught.
So, who do police say was behind the attacks? They arrested 45-year-old Patrick Spina, who owns a heating and air conditioning business close to the motel. The motive? Cops say he's a prankster. He didn't have much to say when we caught up with him.
There he is, that scoundrel. So, they've got him. Apparently, I will say that they didn't do a great job of explaining how they really connected him to this. So apparently he owns a business nearby, but when I first heard that, I thought it'd be like, oh, it must be a competing business and this is his way of sabotaging a competitor, trying to take them out of business or financially harm them. But apparently they believe the motive is genuinely him just being a quirky little jokester. I also needed to dig a bit deeper in here to figure out how exactly they connected this drone to this individual. So apparently they had spotted it over the Quality Inn on September 1st and then just followed it back to where he was and then arrested him. So they did catch him red-handed with his hand in the cookie jar here, but the motive of just being a prankster is incomprehensible to me because this is not a prank. This is a dozen times. This is just genuine vandalism and trying to ruin that business. Because it's super expensive to keep fixing that. Not only did they have to keep draining the pool and refilling it, but now they're going to have to refinish it too, since the green dye is harmful to the pool as well. So the frequency and all of that makes it seem like it's not really a joke, because what's the haha moment? It's just this fucking goofball. There's no way he's treating this like a joke. There had to be a deeper motive to it that I don't think is pranks. Though I guess I could be totally wrong here, since pranks in the modern age are just legitimate degeneracy and actual just harming people half the time. So maybe it is possible that this is just his idea of what a prank is, but it really took a big toll on the motel's owner because it is super expensive.
I just hope that this bonehead paid for what he did and he never ever do anything this dumb and so stupid to impact other people's livelihood.
The suspect is charged with criminal mischief and faces fines as much as $30,000. The hotel owner says that prank cost her at least $20,000.
Yeah, so the mystery has been solved. He is facing a charge for this and hopefully will be responsible for paying for all the damages caused to the motel. A happy ending here, but what a wild little adventure to go on because, again, I don't know how you'd ever really piece this one together if you never saw the drone in the surveillance camera or anything. They must have just got lucky that they saw the drone over the Quality Inn at one point and then just followed it back to home base. Yeah, so now we can comfortably close the books on the mysterious case of the pool turning green. Just wanted to share that with all of you. That's about it. See ya. I feel the need to apologize in advance for this, but I cannot help myself. I have to show you this and talk about it. This is a full-blown Jesus wept situation. This is one of those degenerate acts that the Lord up in heaven turns his head away from in shame with tears in his eyes. Matt sent me this earlier today. I can't even believe this is a real sentence I'm going to say. There's a villain on the loose in Washington, D.C. right now, a true menace to society, a maniac on the loose. And a Reddit user caught them in 4K on camera where they put a cucumber in the grill of their vehicle, an innocent civilian's vehicle. This dude comes up, puts a cucumber in the grill, and then fucks himself with it. I'll show you some of the footage here, and I gotta tell you, it seems premeditated. I don't think this is his first rodeo here. Also, according to some people in the comments, they actually recognized his MO. Apparently, he's done this cucumber butt fucking across Washington before. So anyway, this guy comes over, and he sticks the cucumber in the grill of that car, like Neil Armstrong planting the American flag on the moon. He also appears to be a master magician because that sleight of hand was impressive. I didn't even see the cucumber in his hand at any point until he reached the vehicle. It's like he just spawned it in, just conjured the cucumber out of thin air. So he makes sure that it's firmly planted in there like Excalibur into the stone. And also, the Reddit user gave a brief explanation for why there's like a hole in that fence. According to the lore, 3 kids crashed a stolen car into their fence last week, which created this hole, which the Cucumber Crusader used to get access to the vehicle. I can hear that Nissan Rogue crying out in agony right now. He is sexually assaulting this poor Nissan here. In broad daylight, too. Like, he looks around once just to check if anyone's watching, and then just goes for it. It wasn't exactly the most thorough sweep of the area, but who knows, maybe he's on a 3 cucumber ass streak, so he's got a UAV online, so he knew it was clear. He knew the coast was clear. So he just starts bouncing on it for a while, and then a car comes by. But he had like a spidey sense that was tingling, so before the car turned the corner, he must have heard it, I suppose. So he stops riding the cucumber. So he gets off the mechanical bull here and waits for the car to pass. He looks so annoyed that this car is passing through, like, come on, man, really? This is private property. Can't you see I'm busy? Go on, scram, get out of here. I got business to tend to. He pops the cucumber out of the car, at least most of it, according to the Reddit post. 2/3 or so was left in the grill of the car. That is a big-ass cucumber. Emphasis on ass cucumber. Like, that shit is the size of Kevin from SpongeBob. And also, it doesn't seem like he lubricated it either. At no point does he, like, spit on it or anything. He just raw dogs the cucumber on the grill of this Nissan. I don't know how he didn't tear his entire butthole off by taking a cucumber dry up the pooper. That is craziness. So anyway, though, he's all disappointed now that his session was interrupted, so he takes his trusty steed, walks back over to his lunchbox, puts out his cigarette, and then we go into phase 2 of the boss battle. He drops his trousers again, and this time he just starts shoving the cucumber in his ass while he's like somewhat bent over. I can't show you any footage of that one, obviously, but you know, he doesn't even need the cars anymore. He's done with props. He cracks his knuckles and says, "Fine, I'll do it myself." This whole video is unhinged, but perhaps the most insane part about it is something I can't show you because his ass is out. But when he finishes plungering his asshole, he puts the cucumber back in his lunchbox. Dude just drops a stinky poo-cumber into his lunchbox and then walks away with it. It's like an ambiguous open ending to Inception here, where you, the viewer, get to decide what he did with it next. In my headcanon, he just goes and eats it. Like, I feel like he probably ate that ass pickle. But it's also equally possible that, you know, he takes his sidekick to another car, and the cycle repeats itself again with him ass blasting himself on the hood of another person's vehicle. By far, the most degenerate thing I've seen this year. I think I can safely say that. Now, this story has somewhat blown up, at least in Washington. It's been picked up by quite a few outlets. And the location where this act happened is right next to a school. And I mean right next to a school. Like, you could actually shoot a spitball and probably hit it from the place where this guy stuck a cucumber in his butt. this area is apparently used by students pretty often. Like, they walk down that alley to get to school. A lot of people go down this area. It's a high traffic zone. And this dude did that there. It is so fucking gross. This whole thing is so disgusting. But yeah, I just had to talk about this a little bit. If you live in the Washington, D.C. area, sleep in fear. Maybe, you know, like, booby trap the grill of your car just in case he happens to roll through and your car piques his interest. You know, maybe like some barbed wire a little bit on the front of the grill or something. I'm not really sure how to stop it, but good luck out there. As of right now, he's still at large. So, yeah, that's really about it. So, yeah. Oh, is this just a tour of Heart Attack Grill? I've already seen this.
Customers suffer heart attacks after eating at the establishment and even celebrating a death on the premises. It's aptly named the Heart Attack Grill.
Remarkably, the owner says it's all done in the name of promoting good health.
One among us has to tell the truth, and that's what we're doing here.
The heart
Yeah, you're a real
prides
hero,
itself
giving
on
people
pushing
actual
limits,
heart attacks.
along with belt sizes.
That'll teach
Diners
him.
must-
Yeah, let's
Their
go!
flatliner fries, cooked in lard, are unlimited. Thirsty? Try the all butterfat shake.
That
Or
sounds
maybe
so
a
good.
shot
What
of
the
vodka.
fuck?
And new to this menu, a burger with 8 patties, almost 20,000 calories. That's the equivalent of nearly 40 Big Macs. Oh, and if you don't finish your meal, you get spanked.
What? Wait, she actually, like, really went in on
She's
that.
not exactly a real RN, but her spankings are real hard.
Yeah, like, she's not holding back.
The restaurant, Dr. John has become something of a superstar in the fast food world. In
Dr.
his trademark
John,
over-the-top
kinda
way,
suave.
he depicts himself as Jesus Christ at the Last Supper, dining with the industry's other giants.
Alright, Dr. John's is kind of fucking
Certainly
wacky.
come along. The restaurant was under fire after its nearly 600-pound spokesman, Blair Rivers, died of obesity-related issues.
It's
He
not
was just
confirmed.
29.
There's an argument
He
to be
may
made
have
that
died of
you used this guy during
consuming
his life. And
very
that now
flavorful
you
food,
are
and it was too much.
very morbidly
It was too
using
good.
his death. So this man's death has not given you pause at all.
Zero pause. You guys, we are actually rolling now.
What the
Actually
fuck?
rolling.
This
Dr.
guy's like
John's Vegas
Nintendo.
location is double the size
If your
of his
player
old
dies,
place
do
in
you feel bad?
Arizona,
Nope.
and his
Sounds good,
in-house
actually.
fatality rate.
Now, the one that I
Yes.
couldn't save was a very dear friend of mine. And I want to tell you something.
This
They'll
is his
say it's
ashes right here.
grotesque. They'll say,
they will.
how can you keep the man's cremation here?
Oh my god,
And I'll
wait, it
tell you
is.
something.
What the fuck?
I am setting the bag on the table. And I challenge any
Holy
other
shit.
restaurant to set the bag
Let's
on
turn
the
it into a
table.
burger.
I'm talking about a bag of truth. This was a good man with hopes and dreams who couldn't
And now
control
look
his
at him.
eating habits.
This stupid piece of
Inside
shit.
this bag are the remains
sand.
of yet another
He's become
spokesman.
sand.
He ate at the restaurant every day.
Oh,
People
that
are
explains
actually
it.
dying.
People will continue to die. Can they just stop, pause, and reflect
What?
upon the food for thought that I'm selling? It's not hamburgers.
He's like
it's
actually
not
Lex
t-shirts,
Luthor.
It's not French.
When there are lights and sirens outside and they're bringing some person out on a gurney, you're basically in the background.
He's celebrating. Yeah, he's having fun.
Absolutely. Was that heart attack good for business? Did that heart attack pad my wallet with money? Absolutely.
This is the most honest guy
Did
ever.
I enjoy that? Absolutely. I'm a businessman.
Oh, what did they give this guy? Did they hit him with like a fucking truth serum? Is Wonder Woman there with her lasso around his leg? Why is he so honest? Hey, did you like when that guy died? Oh, fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? I made money off that. Dude died at my restaurant. I was like, hey, holy shit. I'm not only making money, I'm killing idiots, I guess. Hey, fuck yeah. In fact, here's this dude's ashes. Stole them from his loved ones. And they're now in my restaurant. What are they gonna do, fight me?
Now, if they do die here, I'm not going to lie to you. That's great for business. I'll say it again. Death is great for business at the Heart Attack Grill.
Wow.
Somehow, in the
He's like an
3 years
anime
since we
villain.
first met, Dr. John
In order to save the world, I must kill it first. And from its ashes will rise a phoenix of grease and bacon. And on top of that phoenix, I will be riding it, Dr. John. I think his point's a little dog shit, though, if I'm being honest. Like, other places obviously sell shitty food, but he is going way out of his way to make the food as detrimental to your health as humanly possible. It's not like they're just being dishonest and saying it's good for you food. Like, you know, they're not like hiding that it's bad for you. But he is doing the most he can to kill you with it. So it's a little dishonest to compare the two. It's not like it's a matter of honesty or not. You were actively trying to make it worse for them.
In a city near you.
Fine, son, keep eating.
I'm Ryan.
Wasn't his point that he's not selling shitty things to kids? Is this not a kid eating this? Didn't he make that exact point? Like, I'm not selling this awful death to kids. Only these consenting adults. And then in the same interview, there's a kid. Oh, without parental guidance. Oh, did he say that part? I didn't say that. I didn't see that. Or remember hearing that, rather. Why does it matter if they're... What? I don't really understand, though. Why would that matter if they're supervised or not? It's the same food. That guy's nutty. That guy was actually fucking wild. Is there any more from Dr. John? Did he die of a heart attack at his own restaurant? I wonder what's in his will. Like, if he does die at that restaurant, what does he want? Like, make patties out of his corpse? Parade it around? Taxidermy it and hang it? I bet he's got a crazy plan for it.
In 2013, John Ailman, known as the Heart Attack Grill's daily customer and unofficial mascot, died after suffering a heart attack and collapsing as he stood at the bus stop in front of the restaurant. He was the inspiration for the Patient John character seen around the restaurant. In 2017,
Man,
Business
that's
Insider
rough.
talked to John
What?
Basso about this disturbing patient.
So oh my god. Not only did he die at the restaurant because of all the fucking horrible food, and not only does Dr. John have his cremated ashes like it's seasoning for his patties, he also used him as a cartoon character to continue to promote it to other people? Oh, wow. That's fucking awful.
Because if you stop and realize it, I put out a broader, far-reaching message about health and fitness than any other physician
You
in
absolutely
America,
haven't, though.
period. His reasoning
No one
is
thinks of
that
Heart Attack
obesity
Grill
is
and
still
thinks
a problem
of,
in
"All right, I
America,
should eat healthy."
Despite all the work done by
Nobody.
the fitness and changing experience
Really? All of
for
you
his
do?
customers.
I can't tell if you're memeing or not. So his message of, I make this food that kills people, so it should teach people about not eating unhealthy, is somehow being conveyed to you? Because that's not what I get. If this guy, like, it's a little different when he's going out of his way to make the food as deadly as possible, right? And is happy when people die from it. I don't think the message really gets across. It's more like he found a way to capitalize off the most gluttonous people in society and make a lot of money off it, while also being able to take a bit of a high road, even though he literally has killed people from it. I wouldn't necessarily say the message gets delivered very well. That's like saying because McDonald's exists, it has taught me to eat healthy. I just don't think that really works.
In 2013, he was on Bloomberg's In the Loop with Betty Lou to talk about his food when he pulled out a plastic bag of powder and put it on the desk.
That's
then he said,
John's ashes.
I'm here with the cremated remains of someone who died at my restaurant. He died of a heart attack at my restaurant, and I'm putting the bag clearly on the table. I wish that Burger King, McDonald's, and everyone else would do the same thing. When a shocked Lou pointed out how grim things had suddenly
That's
gotten,
pretty bold.
Basso agreed. As he put it, absolutely, because the entire fast food industry is pretty grim. The former employee said that there were more repeat customers than one might expect, like locals who would frequently take advantage of the free meal offered to anyone weighing over 350 pounds. She also revealed some distressing
another thing.
memories, like the time
Offering
that a male
free
customer
food for the
passed
morbidly
out and an
obese
ambulance had to be called.
isn't delivering a
As she
message of you
recalled,
should eat
the
healthier.
manager made me
It's
take
doing the
out my cell
opposite. It's
phone to
rewarding
record
you
a
for
video
it.
of the whole poor diet certainly does seem that it can contribute to risk over time, but no one has yet shown that it has an immediate effect that can precipitate the heart attack.
I don't know
Thus,
about
there's
that.
little
I feel
to no
like
evidence that a one-time trip to the heart
the
attack
people
grill
there
is going to
are
cause a
at
heart
risk.
attack. Everyday
And I think it
Health
can
echoed that
exacerbate.
sentiment in a 2011. Poor diet certainly does seem that it can contribute to risk over time, but no one has yet shown that it has an immediate effect that can precipitate the heart attack.
I don't know
Thus,
about
there's
that.
little
I
to
feel
no
like
evidence that a one-time trip to the heart
the
attack
people
grill
there
is going to
are
cause
at
a heart
risk.
attack. Everyday
And I
Health
think it can
echoed that
exacerbate.
sentiment in a
That was so much more interesting than I thought it would be. I've known about Heart Attack Grill for quite a while. I actually remember back in, like, must have been college, I was reading about Heart Attack Grill. Didn't know it was so deep, though. Wow. Fucking wild. Dr. John's a maniac. Is he still alive? In their defense, they haven't had a death in 8 years. I don't know how many more heart attacks they've had in that time, but they have not had a death at Heart Attack Grill in about 8 years. Yeah, apparently Tyler 1 and Faker went to it. I must have missed that. I know they did content together. Was that what they did? They went to the Heart Attack Grill?
We here at the Heart Attack Grill. Yeah. Now, I don't know what to expect, but let's go!
Jesus, Tyler's like a real YouTuber. Look at him go. Is Dr. John here?
Heart Attack Grill. This is our entire menu. You guys have to wear hospital gown, and if you guys don't finish eating, you get 3 spines.
He's making goofy thumbnail faces and everything.
The wine comes to the table in an ID bag.
That's pretty cute.
Not really, but we tried.
I'll tell you what caught my eye right away. This octuple?
The octuple bypass.
Octuple. And then
40 slices of bacon.
Then I'm trying to add 40 slices of meat.
Any sides?
Fries. And then I'm also trying to get this.
What the fuck is he doing?
So it's actually made with almost a...
You're gonna give me a full stick. I'll take a full stick. Yeah,
This is tier 1 Wallborg.
Single.
Come on, you gotta get the... Dude, if you want the single, you can like take it off the top. Dumb, okay.
Hey, peer pressure. Let's go. Faker going in now. Imagine if someone had a heart attack and died during this video.
I have not.
Just some stranger in the back.
Maybe, do you think I can get one bite?
Does he even finish a single patty?
All the single ones.
I feel like one patty's already like 6k calories.
My heart! Somebody help me! It's honestly pretty good. Listen.
This is so
I don't know
wholesome.
if I'm done or not. I'm saving.
It's like an episode of SpongeBob.
It's time for your surgery.
Like SpongeBob and Squidward go to the Heart Attack Grill.
Great. I'm gonna love it. I don't know if you will, but I'm gonna love it.
Listen, don't do it too hard.
Oh, it's gonna be hard.
How many?
3.
I mean, can you at least make it fast? Like, pop, pop, pop.
Probably not. Hands up. Feet together.
It's gonna break the paddle on his
You're
ass.
gonna be so assertive, man.
All right, here is 1.
Holy shit, she cranked that. That wind-up was nuts. She's getting like a Happy Gilmore running start.
Last one.
She hates him.
I'm so sorry.
I actually bet that would hurt like a bitch.
But I'm glad I could do it with you, Faker.
Me too.
That was so fucking wholesome. There's no worse feeling than when you engage in an internet argument with some anonymous asshole, and then it turns out that that asshole is extremely talented. Today I have a very sad story to share with you where the villain gets the last laugh. Real life isn't like anime, where the good guys always win. Sometimes the bully comes and puts your head in the toilet and flushes. So it all starts with this video. A YouTuber posts their best performance of an impossible piece of music called Rush E. Now, obviously, I'm a fucking Neanderthal when it comes to piano. I don't know anything about any major pieces except from, like, your big ones like Mozart and Bach. So I had never heard of Rush E before, so I did a little research. Rush E was actually a song created as a meme that is quite literally impossible for any human being to play. And I don't mean that as like it's extremely difficult, I mean it is genuinely impossible. You would need 15 fucking arms, and even then you would struggle. Let me go ahead and show you where it started, the genesis of Rush E. If any human being actually performed this song as written here, it would probably end the world on the spot, or bring about the heat death of the entire universe. It would signal Armageddon. It is quite literally an impossible piece of music that was made to be a joke. However, some piano players on YouTube tried their best to kind of change it around a little bit, mess with the arrangement in order to make it almost possible to play on the piano, which is the video I just showed you there, which is giving a very spirited attempt at making it happen. And I thought it was very good. Of course, I'm not a piano expert by any means, but most people that watched it also agreed that it was extremely impressive what he was able to do. And this spawned an argument in the YouTube comments. YouTube comments are the cesspool of the internet. It is absolutely fucking deplorable down there very often. But in this comment section, it was overwhelmingly positive. But just like everywhere on the internet, there has to be that douchebag that comes in and shits on everyone's fun, just ruins the entire positive atmosphere of everything. They drop their pants and goatsy themselves and just makes everyone feel worse. Their presence making everything more negative. Keep in mind, this piece is literally impossible to play. You saw it. It looked like a Toho bullet hell game. But that didn't stop some enlightened Redditor from demanding perfection. It actually comes from this comment, which is a very nice comment from a guy named Just a Guy Who Likes Hentai. He says, "How can you dislike this? I don't see anyone else actually playing this." You know, that's just a very wholesome thing. Like, you know, this is so good, I can't imagine someone not liking it. It's just being nice, you know? Obviously, there's going to be people that don't like it, but it's just a very encouraging comment. But it summoned a demon. A piano-playing demon named Fanshin. Fanshin replies to that comment saying, "Probably because it was mediocre, no offense." Yeah, no offense, buddy, but you just fucking suck and you should be embarrassed that you posted this video. It actually made me physically ill. I puked and was so offended by your awful mediocre playing that I broke up with my own girlfriend in protest. This isn't constructive criticism. I saw a lot of people defending this saying he was just offering criticism or answering the question. No, he's just being an asshole. There's nothing constructive about this. You just saying that it's not good without saying like where they could improve isn't really constructive criticism. It's just you being a douchebag. And obviously he wasn't genuinely answering the question in the comments of how can anyone dislike this, because it wasn't a real question. It was just an encouraging statement. It's like when you get told a story like, "Can you believe my parents got divorced?" And then your friend responds with, "Yeah, I can, because your parents are fucking selfish sluts." It's like, well, I wasn't actually asking you if you can believe it, you know? It's not like a real question. It was just a supportive comment. So there's really no justifying being a douchebag here other than just being a dick. So then the guy responds saying, "Was it? I'd like to see you try. So come on, give us an awe-inspiring performance." Spoiler alert, he would soon regret issuing this challenge. Fanshin responds, "Oh boy, you will embarrass yourself. I'll show you what a good performance of this piece sounds like." To which the hentai fan says, "Then do it, stop talking, and do it." Now, 10 times out of 10 on the internet, when some anonymous asshole makes statements like this, you don't expect them to follow through on it. And even less often, you will expect them to be good at anything. But this is the exception. This is the anomaly. This is probably the first time in history someone has actually followed through on a statement like this and actually been good at it. Fanshin responds saying, "Maybe you can pay me, then I'll be motivated, LMFAO. He's pretty arrogant and pompous," to which Hentai responds, "So being known as a jealous, contrarian liar until you post your own rendition isn't a good enough motivation for you? Sorry, but that's all you're gonna get." And then Fanshin again, he's twirling that cartoonishly evil mustache and says, "Haha, sure, why not? Fun summer project. Maybe I'll get more views." And then other people kind of come in here and tell him to shut up. They don't really like his negative attitude. The comment section starts to gain a little bit of infamy, so more people come in with the popcorn to watch from the sidelines. You can see the war has erupted. Now we're watching the commenters fight. Another challenge was issued saying upload something by Scott, that guy, other than MLR or Entertainer. Again, I'm not familiar with piano pieces, so I don't even know what that challenge is. I'm assuming it's difficult. And then eventually Fanshin comes back and says, "Wouldn't have the confidence to upload a performance that I'm not pleased with, but yes, props to the guy for attempting it. It's just this could have been played with much more accuracy had he spent more time polishing, which is something I will show. It's pretty much learned a tempo, but I'm striving for consistency and clarity." So he finally gives like almost a constructive criticism there. And then he gives his rendition of this piece. And unfortunately, it fucking slaps. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the hentai guy deleted his channel after that. I mean, it's unlucky that the guy that he was arguing with was the only person on the internet who happens to talk shit anonymously and be able to back it up with real talent. You really hate to see that. You hate to see an anonymous internet asshole turn out to be really good at something. That's a horrible feeling. I know when he watched this video, like when he dropped the video, he was probably still so confident, like, yeah, this is gonna fucking blow. And then he started listening, and as his erection grew, he felt more and more shame. Hentai guy was just sitting there stewing in anger, like, fuck, he's actually good. Damn you, curses! Because, I mean, that's how I felt, and I wasn't even involved in the argument. But I think this also illustrates an extremely important point. No matter how talented you are, it can be overshadowed by a shitty attitude. A lot of the comments here, and even in the Reddit thread, were just kind of saying the same meme of pretty mediocre, no offense. Like, not even respecting his very clear talent, because they don't like him. If you're insufferable and unlikable, people aren't going to respect your skill. And I think that's... Now, granted, it's not everyone, because the video is still overwhelmingly liked, but it could have been a truly positive experience had he just gone about it in a much better way. Like, you know, this wasn't the best rendition of the song, but I do appreciate the effort that went into it, and in fact, it inspired me to want to learn it myself. And then he drops this video, and then, you know, that's a lot better, I think, and you'd have more people on your side, as opposed to just people brushing off your extreme level of talent here because you were an asshole in the comments to someone that was just proud of their own rendition of the piece. Like, his arrangement of this is like a custom arrangement, obviously, because you can't play it as written. His arrangement is extremely solid, and his performance is unreal. Like, absolutely unreal. And to have that just thrown to the side because he was super unlikable is a real shame, I think. So, I mean, this was a pretty wild experience because I've never seen this before. Like I said, 10 times out of 10, when you're arguing with someone on the internet anonymously, that person behind the keyboard's usually a coward that doesn't really have a lot going for them. But in this really rare instance, that anonymous guy was a fucking piano prodigy. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you all. That's about it. See ya. Woman discovers she's living next to drink driver who mowed her down. So she got hit by a drunk driver and he moved in next to her? God damn. He's coming to finish the job.
Well, we're no... Do you have anything to say to Lorraine at all?
Oh, is that the drink driver?
Here in the leafy suburb of Belrose.
Wouldn't it be wild if the same drunk driver hops the curb and takes out Danielle here?
This road and failed to make a right-hand turn, smashing straight into Lorraine.
Whoa, Jesus.
10 meters.
She teleported.
They're neighbors.
So you not only share
Well, go beat her ass.
The back of her house is literally 2 meters to the back of her house.
Beat her ass then.
She pops her head.
It's convenient. Well. You don't even have to go far.
She quite often stares.
As they just stare back at her.
She was on bail conditions, so it's really
yeah, Australia kind of sucks with like law enforcement. It sounds like
it's really hard.
Was overturned. Instead, she was given an intensive correction order, meaning she could serve her prison term at home. She was banned from driving for 10 months.
Really?
Would you like to apologize to her?
Wow.
I have.
Justice.
It's a daily reminder.
Hey, we don't feel like sending you to jail. Can you just like go home? Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, just stay there for a little while. I don't care. Jesus, law enforcement in Australia must be a real piece of shit.
To give it have been prosecuted.
Well, send your husband over there and just give her the hands. Make her move.
What if she's behind?
What the fuck?
Peter Fraser is
There's clearly no law enforcement in Australia anyway. Just go full vigilante.
No one wants to be a victim of road trauma, and we really need
Agreed.
to start to focus on their needs.
University of New South Wales Emeritus
What
Professor
did that
Alan
statement
Williams,
have to do with
researcher
anything?
in road safety.
Yeah, no one wants to get hit by a car. Maybe we should start trying to help them a little bit. Oh, thanks, expert. Yeah, makes sense. Fair.
There's something wrong.
Yeah, so take the law into your own hands. That's clearly what the court is telling you to do. Well, once again, there's no justice in Australia, it seems. Dirty dumpers caught in alleged rubbish removal scam. It's not often you hear the term dirty dumpers tossed around so casually. That must be a pretty high crime. I like Chad Johan, he's cool. Kelly Payne sucks, he hasn't done anything cool.
If Johan and Kelly Payne refuse to pay those fines, the dumping squad can seek restraining orders. And if they breach those, they could be arrested.
Ah, so it only takes what was it? Like 15,000 cases of illegal dumping, and then they still have like 3 more chances? We're gonna ask them not to, but if they do, we're gonna say don't do it, and if you do, you might be arrested. That ought to stop them.
Our fighters don't compete for glory. They are here to test themselves.
They compete to be the best in the world at the most prestigious sport.
This is Slap Fight.
An outspoken slapper from Lehigh, Utah, White Simba is ready to take center stage at Slap Fight Champion.
Damn, that is a pretty wacky hairstyle. It's like half powdered wig and like half kind of modern Swedish metal. Damn, that's kind of cool. That's looking nice. Young James, we've seen a bunch. Young James used to be champion, but then Frank the Tank really started to pop off.
But first, he'll have to get by veteran fighter and
5
former
gift subs
champion,
Moran.
Young
Resub
James.
Young James in Toyota. Is that the real Young James? As in Young James here?
Person and just created this slapping god, basically.
Yeah.
Take over the world with this shit. So, okay,
Don't be shy. Take over the world.
You know, I'm gonna slap James so hard it's like gonna explode every single brain cell in his head. So I'm gonna keep that mental. It's all mental.
I love the shit talk. I'd really like to see someone come in here and just like, yeah, I literally haven't cleaned myself in a week. Every time I shit and wipe, I don't wash my hands just to give a poison debuff to my slaps. Like, I'm really kind of trying to play dirty here tonight. Anything to get the dubski.
I don't have big hands just for fun. I can't use it.
He's always been such a wholesome guy. He's Prime Fire Tire.
From the mean streets of Harrison, Arkansas, this is Young James!
Young James! Back in the Mega Mix, baby. Young James always starts with a hat, but after the first slap, it usually sends it into the spectators.
White Simba is going to have the first slap by default.
Oh, shit.
And this is going to be our first opportunity to take a look at White Simba.
Oh, there's a lot of elasticity in this slap. Ooh!
Fantastic slap by White Simba. Quite an unorthodox.
Bro, that was like some Noodle Man shit. God damn.
Okay, White Simba is going to get a warning for stepping. If you look in the top left-hand corner of your screen, it's not allowed.
Yeah, I think Young James got this.
Using Wolverine's technique.
Oh. Yeah, yep.
With a knockdown in round 1.
He's gonna undo the braids in his hair. God damn.
Touches.
Yeah, that was a bit of a stumble.
Count that as a knockdown. So that will be 1 knockdown for Young James. White Simba's made his way back to the barrel.
He was not expecting that kind of
He's
power.
going to continue.
He's gonna really have to step it up here.
White Simba with the windup.
2, 3.
Oh!
White Simba knocks James down in the second round. Oh my!
We got ourselves an ass greaser. This is gonna be
Trying to get back to his feet. He needs a little bit of help here. Holy smokes!
Such a good sport too.
So he is going to lose his third.
That means
round
Young James gets 2 slaps. This is his chance right here. This is the DPS
assuming that Young
phase.
James is going to continue, and to see White Simba lay him out in 2 rounds is outstanding.
Yeah, that is pretty rare. Young James has always had some of the best defense in the league.
Young James is a
A
tough
jaw
fighter.
of titanium.
There's no doubt he's going to continue. We're at the bottom of round 2.
Crit incoming. He just might,
He's gonna
man.
stick with Wolverine's
Let's
technique. Here we go.
Oh, and a little off target.
Right in the neck.
The power was there, the aim was
That's
off.
not good. He's going to receive a warning for clubbing. His
White
round
Simba
3
gives me the
slap
same
is a
vibes as
stepping
Matrix
violation.
Reloaded twins. I forgot their
And so
names.
Young James is going to get to.
The Wachowski twins? No, that's the directors. I'm talking about the twins from Matrix Reloaded, the ones that like phase through things.
And here we go. Okay, good slap, but White
All right.
Simba eats it.
Simba's really starting to feel it. His defense is much better, and now he knows what to expect. This is kind of scary for Young James, I think. And Simba keeps
White Simba's
smiling,
gonna
which is
pull
scary.
himself together here.
Oh, God.
Round 4.
He's summoning some demon energy.
Here's the windup.
Ooh!
White White Simba drops young
This
James
guy's
again.
good.
And this fight is over, ladies and gentlemen. We have a
What the
knockout.
fuck?
Oh my.
God, just look at that stare.
White Simba and young James is still
Man's
on
looking
the
evil.
floor. Holy smokes.
It's like the technique doesn't even seem that strong. Man, that has some I mean, he is 6'5", what was he, 6'5", 260 or something like that. So I guess just by default, he's got a lot of meat. The fluidity of the strike, true, he's like water. That technique was really, I guess, much more effective than it looked. Because young James, he went like 14 rounds with Wolverine, who was the second best slapper in America. Here, young James didn't even make it 3.
You think your background in tennis helped you score this win against young James tonight?
I'm changing the game, baby. This is gonna go far. You know, I've been training hard for this shit, and that was easy as fuck. You know, but it's Simba season, y'all.
I like this guy. I love that shit. I want to make this position clear. I think sports are a lot more fun when you let the players be able to express themselves however they want. Aside from like fucking like racist people, of course, obviously. But when you're just like playfully bantering with your opponents, I think it adds a lot more fun to the actual sport. It creates a narrative. It creates a story. It's a lot better for the overall health of it. So anytime I see like esports is a great example. When a player gets fined because they made a tweet that was like, we just swept too easy. It's like, fuck that. That's the kind of shit I like. That's good energy. Shows that they're into it. Gets the fans more into it. I think it's great. Of course, there is a line, like I said, once you get to like some racist shit, that should never be allowed. But just playfully bantering like that, it's Simba season, it's easy. I think that's great. Oh, NFL taunting penalties make me sad.
White Simba shocks the fans
I hate that.
by making quick work
Even
of
just
young
little
James
taunts
in a
get
stunning
the full
upset,
penalty.
advancing to the semifinal
You can't
round.
celebrate.
And
It was such a good start for young James too, but once Simba ate that first slap, he just adapted. He buckled down. His whole body morphed. That was a really good match. All of the new faces are really impressive so far. All 3 of these were really good matches. I'm excited to see the rest of this tournament. I love that new people are getting involved. The sport has been growing a lot. And like I briefly hinted at, there is an upcoming huge production around Slap Fight, and it's really exciting. So I couldn't be happier for JT and the crew. They literally train for this shit all the time. So pretty much everyone you see on Slap Fight is a legitimate fighter. So they all go to like JT's gym, which is a combat gym. It's for like MMA, it's for boxing, it's for all, like pretty much anything combat related as I understand it. And then they do the slapping on the side and train for the slapping. I think it's great. I love to see it finally like start to grow and they get really passionate about it, so I'm happy about it.